Okay, so on to the dance drum loop. For this sound kit, I'm going to be using a sound kit from Vengeance Sound. If you're looking for dance sounds or electro house kind of sounds, they are the company to go to. Okay, so here's some of the kicks you'll just hear. You know, those are dance kicks, and when you start off with high quality, it makes it so much easier. So onto our drum loop, I'm going to hit F2 and just label this kicks. Hit F2, just give it a color. Okay, so with dance, you know, if you're just gonna create like a dance track, you know, usually it's every single beat the kick is on. You know, every single dance track could be different. You can have different sections of the song, different arrangements, and then at those spots you change up your kick drums. But your kick drum in a dance track is usually every beat. So if you hear. Okay, so I'm at 140 beats per minute. You know, more house kind of electro kind of music's at 128. Maybe we'll go with that, just so it's not so fast. And then you can use 2 kick drums here. So, you know, just like before. So let's maybe get another one. Maybe something like this. So take it away. So if you remember before what I was saying, you want to try like the reverse polarity just to hear how it sounds. Like, does it sound better before? Does it sound better after with it? So, you know, so you can hear there's a huge difference there. So I might keep it like that and just turn down the volume of this. So. Okay, I'll leave it like that. Okay, so those are our kicks, okay? So I'll put that onto 4 bars there. And I'm just going to go auto name. So there's kick. Now we'll go clap and we'll go clap. Something like this. Let's stay away from the repetitiveness. So again, 8 beats. I'm just going to layer these up. On this one, we'll have that. On this one, we will have this sound. And then on our last hit, we're going to have that sound with all of them. Okay? So here is our clap. Clap. Again, you know, I hit F2 to do that. Right click and go auto name. So we'll listen to what we got. You know, sounds decent. Let's get into some hi-hats here. So we will go cymbals, and they're in there, the closed hi-hats. So this is what I was talking about in compared to like the Anno Domini drum collection, volume 1 hi-hats. Those ones were more gritty. They're more long-tailed. They filled up more space in your drum loop. Whereas if you listen to these, they're very quick. Yet they sound very good still. I was just saying, you know, it's just a different style of a hi-hat, which is cool. You know, it makes your beat sound fuller without you having to really do more work. Again, I like to use like multiple hi-hats, multiple layers, you know what I mean? So maybe like this, maybe 4. So as you see, it's only layering like when like the drum hit hits. And maybe on like the off beat, I will do this. So if we listen to the hi-hat, and then let's do like the in-betweens. Okay, so if we listen to this, now this hi-hat is going to sound very full and fast. And this is where I would do like some volume and stuff like this, just so it's not so like tick, 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 tick. It's more like tick, 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 tick. You know what I mean? So if we listen. So like this one right here, we'll give this a little bit of volume. And maybe that down there a little bit too. So, and then same with this one. And just quickly. So maybe a little bit more here. So let's add that in there. So I'm gonna go hat, give it a different color, put it in here, and give it a color. So we'll listen. So that's already like the foundation of your dance drum loop already. You know what I mean? So we'll add some percussion in here just to kind of, you know, most dance tracks usually always have some percussion going on. And again, you know, I really like to always work with percussion. It's always fun. I'm going to keep it a little bit more simple this time though. So I'm going to go like that. So as you can see, this first note's playing, and then that, and then this first note is playing here, and then it's rocking in. So I'll do that. I'll do that for 8 beats. And also having good percussion is very, very handy. You know, just the better sounds you have, the easier beat making is, you know what I mean? It's always cool to know how to make your own sounds too, but you know, that's also a huge skill just by itself. But so this is a percussion loop, let's say. So perks, you know, and then, sorry, I'm not really explaining too much about how I'm clicking sounds in and stuff like that, but I am still following as I was talking about before. So like, you know, it's on the first hit, and then it's kind of like rocking into like the clap, and then I'm like on like the off beat of the second beat. So here's like 1 beat, 2 beat, and it's like in the middle of it. That's usually like always a safe spot. Same with here in the middle, safe spot. You know, your safe spot's usually always like in the middle. Like you can just do this. That's a safe spot throughout the whole thing. Same with having it on every single beat. So every 4 beats, that's always safe too. It's like kind of these that are your hard ones. But you just gotta play around with them, and as you keep practicing, you will get better. Okay. So here is I think that was just the percussion. Yeah, perks. So we'll listen to the percussion. So now this percussion loop, this is where changing up just one note can make your drum loop that much better. So which is what I'm going to do here. So we'll make unique, and double click on that, and I'll just go BI. Okay. So so I'm just thinking more like the end of it, but there's also in here, I want to add something. So boom, boom. There, you know, it sounds decent because I just changed it up. So again, what I could do here is just maybe turn down like the volume a little bit there, and it kind of gives a little bit of separation. So if we listen. Okay, so now this is a really powerful one in dance tracks. Adding this into your chorus is huge. So again, it's that open hi-hat like I showed you before. It's a sound that often gets missed. So a sound like this, and all you do with the open hi-hat is just you put it on the off beat. That's it. So I'm gonna go open hat. Okay. Let's make it like yellow or something like that. Put it in here. Auto name. Okay, so if we listen, now remember, cymbals and hi-hats, they're very loud. They're very high, like very high frequency sounds, and you want to turn those down. Because watch, I turned this down quite a lot, and it's probably going to be still loud here. So this offbeat is very, very powerful when it comes with, like when you have like your instruments and everything. It's huge. So I'm going to take it away, then I'm going to add it in. Okay, chorus. Okay, so this right here, that's pretty much your drum loop for a dance track. And then from here, it's really all about kind of like your bass line and your instruments. Your bass line is actually a huge part of a dance track. You really want to make it very diverse and very, very catchy to layer over top of this. But this right here, this is pretty much like your foundation, you know? Let's go to the instruments that I had there, and we'll listen to it with this. So I'll show you guys one little trick here before I wrap up the course, okay? So I'm just gonna clone this. I'm gonna go library. So I'm just gonna get a bass sound, you know, just any bass here, perfect, dance bass. And right click and go piano roll. Now, remember I have those ghost notes on. This is what I'm talking about, how it makes it very, very easy. So a trick to a dance track to make it really easy for you is you put it on the off beat, okay? So I'll show you what I'm saying here. So the kick's hitting right here, but it's not here. So kick, bass, and then the kick hits here again, and then you just put bass, and you just follow it all the way along here. So because I have those ghost notes on, I can just do this really, really easily. And then maybe I'll follow that. And then again, we want on like the offbeat. Okay, so check this out. So I'm not too sure about these up here, but yeah, so here's the bass in there, and we got our kick drum, okay? So we'll listen. All right, so that brings us to the end of this course, Foundational Drum Loop Basics. I sure hope you guys learned a lot, and you guys got to see into my workflow on my approach to building the drum loop, to setting myself up a lot easier, you know, when it comes to actually now building instruments over top of this loop. And then also to always think long term. You know, your listener is going to be listening to this beat. Does your loop sound annoying? If it does, you know, think about if you have to listen to that for 3 minutes. If you think that way, it will allow you to make wiser decisions with your loops. Okay, so I'd just like to personally thank you for purchasing this course. If you have any questions on anything that was covered in here, you know, if I went over something too quick, or if I was doing something but I said it in a weird way where you didn't fully understand, you know, always feel free to email me at gratuitous@beatstruggles.com. So again, I'm Gratuitous, this is beatstruggles.com, and thank you for watching.